Richard Branson founded the Virgin Group in 1970s. Since then, it grew to over 400 companies under its umbrella. Richard Branson is not your typical CEO. He is mostly known for his fun and outgoing personality, and being optimistic even if things don't go his way. The Virgin Group of companies include Virgin Airways, Virgin Mobile, Virgin Megastores, and recently the Virgin Galactic. He received the honor of being knighted at the Buckingham Palace for his service in the field of entrepreneurship. He is a philanthropist and was part of the Time magazine's 100 Most Influential People in the World in 2007. With everything that's going on with Richard Branson, you might be wondering how the Virgin Group CEO lives his life. Well, we're here to show you that. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell for more updates. You are watching Luxury Life, the right channel that will feed your luxury appetite. Our CEO was born in Blackheath, London, England on July 18 of 1950. He is now 72 years old and stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall. He made a record for being the third oldest person to travel to space, where he and his team reached the altitude of 86.1 kilometers on July 11, 2021. In 2016, he had an injury in the British Virgin Islands while doing his bicycle routine, where he was flown to Miami for his treatment. He's a sport junkie and is a professional kite surfer. His heart is made of steel. When his private island called Necker Island was badly destroyed in 2011 and 2017, he never lost heart, but instead, he spent millions of dollars to renovate the island and turn it into paradise. He wrote an autobiography called Losing My Virginity, where he detailed his life story from being a poor young boy to becoming the successful man that he is right now. In 1972, he had his first marriage with Kristen Timasi, and they later on divorced in 1979. It was in 1976 that he met Joan Templeman, and they had a daughter in 1981, and a son in 1985, and they got married in 1989 on the best place they could possibly have their wedding, Necker Island. Branson was born to parents Edward James Branson and Eva Branson. Growing up, he had difficulty fulfilling his studies due to dyslexia. The school headmaster even said that while Branson grows up, he would either end in prison or become a millionaire. Although he failed on many things due to being dyslexic, but Branson already showed great entrepreneurial skills at a young age. Branson's parents are supportive of his dreams. Growing up, did you get the same support from friends and family? Let us know in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell for more updates. At the age of 16, Branson started a magazine called Student, which later on launched its first issue in January of 1968. He also started a record company at the basement of a local church at the same time he did the magazine. He would endorse record albums on his magazine. The record business was famously known as the Virgin. The reason behind is because everyone on his team had no prior experience in running the business. He had Mike Oldfield as his first artist on his record label. The first song they recorded was called Tubular Bells. Branson has successfully signed other artists in his label, including the Rolling Stones, Culture Club, and Sex Pistols. Just having these three groups was enough to make Virgin Records one of the best record labels in the world. The success of Virgin Records gave Branson the opportunity to expand his businesses, where he began his travel company in 1980 called The Voyager. And later on in 1984, he started both the Virgin Megastores and an airline company called Virgin Atlantic. His first record label faced some liquidity issues along the way, which compelled him to sell the company and start a new record label called V6 in 1996. This time, he signed artists like Powderfinger and Tom Jones, and is still very active up to this day. In 2004, Branson made one of the most shocking announcements by saying that he will launch a space tourism company and will be backed by Microsoft's co-founder Paul Allen and Burt Rutan. In that same year, Branson became part of the reality show called The Rebel Billionaire as a judge. The show had 14 contestants, and his job as a judge was to see and test their entrepreneurial skills. In 2007, Branson launched the Virgin Health Bank, which allowed parents to store and preserve stem cells in case they would need it in the future. In 2012, he caught people's attention when he announced that he will launch what is called Launcher One, an orbital space launcher. Branson also had a list of failed businesses, but he never stopped. What's something that you failed at but you still keep going because you're passionate about it? Comment below. Some of Branson's businesses that didn't succeed like the rest are Virgin Brides, Virgin Publishing, Virgin Cars, Virgin Clothing, and Virgin Cola. But these failures didn't stop Branson from having a net worth of $6 billion. In 1976, Branson bought the 74-acre Necker Island for only $180,000. At that time, the island didn't seem livable, but since it got into the hands of a visionary man who worked hard for 4 years to turn this inhabitable island into a paradise. The island is open for rent, which will cost you $60,000 to $65,000 per night. Today, Necker Island is valued at $200 million, and it has swimming pools, several tennis courts, and 2 separate private beaches. Aside from the island, Branson also got hold of the lodge in Verbier located in the Swiss Alps. This chalet comes with 9 bedrooms and is deemed to be the most sophisticated home in the Swiss Alps. Its location is very convenient for skiing and snowboarding. Celebrities like the Beckhams and Leonardo DiCaprio were frequent visitors in the chalet. In 2015, Branson was able to purchase a $14.3 million estate in Mallorca, Spain, which he plans to turn into an eco-friendly luxury resort in the future. Branson owns a Range Rover Astronaut Edition, a Rolls-Royce, and a private jet that is Falcon 50EX. The man is already very successful, and yet we can't help but see what more is in store for him. Well, that's it for today. This is Luxury Life, the right channel that will feed your luxury appetite. Thanks for watching.